Question everything, for the truth should not be televised. And that's for sure. So with that, this is to my white folks out there, because, that statement that it wasn't us, that was our ancestors, that was our forefathers that enslaved you, we had nothing to do with that. That's a cop-out. And I'm going to explain why it's a cop-out and what you've been saying ever since we was enslaved. Well, when you look at history, especially my history as Aboriginals of America, don't you think and don't you know that as POWs, aka enslaved people on their own land, my people didn't want to be enslaved. And back then, they was telling your people that what they was doing was ungodly, unjust, unrighteous, and wrong. And that they wanted to be free. And that they wanted justice back then. So since enslavement, since the attack, since the actual reality of being invaded happened to us, we've been talking about justice ever since. But see, what we don't get, white folks, is what is justice to y'all? Because see, when I was coming up, we separated the word justice to just us. Because that's what it boiled down to be for my nation of people when it came to dealing with your law enforcement. That it was just us, just your folks able to get justice. Is that what it is for y'all today? Because when you have that type of narrative that it wasn't you that did what was done to our people, then that's like saying to us that we haven't been each generation asking your nation of people for justice. And we have. Every generation of my generational nation of my people been asking you as a nation of people to give us justice in the form of reparation, which is reparative justice under your laws that you established on top of us, based off of the crimes against humanity done to us. It hasn't been no generation that hasn't asked your nation of people and your government for justice. In each generation, y'all came up with an excuse to not give us justice. And in 2024, right now, we still asking for that same justice, and y'all still giving us the runaround. Excuses, trickery, lies, and deceit to keep us from getting justice. You can't say it wasn't you when the asking for justice has been going on since the crimes have been committed. You never chose to give justice. You never chose to retract and reform for the crimes that you have done to us by giving us reparative justice. You haven't did that. In each generation, we have asked your generations for that justice. And today, we still asking you for that justice. Where is your morality at? Where is your reflectability on the crimes that you have committed for all these years, giving excuses to not bring justice to the people that you have did crimes against humanity to, in the form of Holocaust, massacre, and genocide? You are the ones standing today, just like the ones before me, before the ones before me, and the ones before them that was before me that asked y'all for justice, still to this day in a line, in a chain that continues to go on, asking you for justice as you continue to give excuses to our people on why you ain't going to give us justice. Well, how could that be when you are mass incarcerating our people today under your laws? You are making private prisons today to put our people under the jail based off of what you call law that you say we are breaking, when you won't even follow your own laws for crimes against humanity that has been done to our people. How do that work? How do that work, white folks? Because see, this is the problem with United States. We try to pretend like we one nation under God, but there's no God here. Because the nation that we're supposed to be as one is totally divided, under pure lies, and cannot get together in order to face the real truth of what it is to give justice to what has been done wrong to a people, a nation, and a bloodline here in America that you choose to continue to neglect. This is where we stand. So we ask you now, and we're going to continue to ask you every generation until we get justice. Where is our reparative justice in the form of reparations, in the form of money and land owed back to us for hundreds of years of hard labor working for you, as you continue to pass on generational wealth from that labor, as we continue to pass on perpetual poverty because of that labor? Where's you at? Where do you stand, white folks? Because we need to know. This is not a game. Excuse me. For the justice that we stand to get, that we are truly owed. This is not a game. We stand on what has been done wrong to us. We live it. So all we asking for you is to be honorable, to be just like you ask us to be in such dire states that we are in, sitting in ghetto slums and hoods, looking for justice for the wrongs that have been done to us that put us in those ghetto slums and hood. Where do you stand when it comes to be honorable, upright, and just under a system that you say supposed to bring justice to all? Because at this point, we haven't seen that justice. We don't know what it is. We can't smell it, touch it, feel it, or see it based off of what has been done to us and continuously be maintained to keep us in the position that we in. We need justice, and we need it now. And with that, this is what we ask you. Where do you stand? Where's your honor at? Where's your heart at for us to get real justice in the form of reparative justice, in the form of reparations that is owed to our nation that you know is long overdue? And with that, I just don't get it. I just don't understand it. For that is the question. You let me know. Peace, peace.